Hello everybody, this is Shady here, and today I'm going to make my totally 100% going to be correct Switch 2 predictions. Okay, so obviously as we all know, it's been pretty heavily rumoured that the Switch 2 is going to be out next year. You know, we've got leaks, or we've had leaks of what the system actually looks like. There was even a manufacturer who kind of leaked a 3D mock-up of what it could potentially look like with their kind of cover over it as well. So yeah, you know, so I think it pretty much will be out next year, I think. But now to my predictions. Okay, so first of all, my first prediction, I think it's going to be announced in February 2025. That's my first thing. It's going to be just like the first Switch. It's going to be like, you know, Nintendo's own little direct. They're going to do maybe like a 10-minute thing. They'll just show the system. You know, they'll have you know, a few games sort of showcase. Just, it's more just an idea of what the system looks like, its features. And then I expect it to be out, I'm going to say around 6 months or so after that. So yeah, so maybe August, September time, you know, Q3 2025, I expect it to be out personally. I know that's going to be quite a big gap between, you know, Switch 1 and Switch 2 in terms of, because we don't really know how many big games are coming out within that period of time. It's just that, you know, I'm kind of going over off of the original Switch because that was announced, then around 6 months later it came out. So I'm guessing about the same personally. Plus that's enough time to build up hype as well for the new system. Next up, price-wise, judging by the fact that the first Switch is still the price it is, you know, the standard model is $380. I'm gonna say Switch 2 is gonna be about $480, like £400 at the most. I don't see it being any more than that. But yeah, this is Nintendo, so they're gonna want to sell it at a profit. And yeah, I think around that sort of price is fine, you know, considering, you know, PS5 and Xbox Series X are £100 more expensive than that. I think that's a fair price. There could potentially be 2 SKUs, because people are saying that they may potentially do a digital version as well, but I don't see that happening personally. I don't see any need for that. I just don't see a reason why they would release that, because most of their sales are physical, and would it be a big enough price cut to warrant releasing it? I don't think so, because people just buy it anyway. Also, spec-wise, I'm gonna say around sort of Steam Deck kind of comparison, so like PS4, Xbox One. But obviously this is going to use upscaling technology, so we'll be able to get more out of it than what you would expect, sort of thing. So yeah, so I'm going to say, yeah, around that PS4 level. Next up, I think in terms of games, expect the new big 3D Mario to be the big launch title this time. Obviously, yeah, the past few Nintendo systems, they've had, you know, a big Zelda game, haven't they? You know, it's either Zelda or Mario, and I think it's going to be whatever the new 3D Mario will be. That'll be the big launch title. And then I would also imagine a couple of, maybe an updated port of Tears of the Kingdom, like a complete edition, alongside a DLC expansion to go with it, which will be released on the regular Switch as well. Yeah, I would expect, you know, at least one big Square Enix game as well. Possibly Final Fantasy VII Remake, people think might be ported onto there. I could see that happening. We might see, like, you know, a Switch Sports 2 type of game as well. I would imagine Atlas will probably release something like one of their RPGs. I wouldn't be surprised if Metaphor gets a port, personally. It could be either that or Persona 3 Reload, but I think Metaphor makes more sense. unless they do a complete edition of Persona 3 Reload. But you know, I think the biggest RPG of the year makes the most sense to port over, really, you know. Also, yeah, I think, you know, the latest Call of Duty will have a port as well, because Microsoft did say they were bringing those games to Nintendo systems, so I could see that happening as well. Obviously, it's going to be fully backwards compatible. I think, you know, that goes without saying, really. And yeah, I just imagine that to continue. You know, it'll be fully compatible. Probably be able to upscale certain games, do some sort of enhanced backwards compatibility, you know, at least the boost mode. Yeah, so certain games will get better performance because of that. I don't see them releasing patches, but I see them releasing full versions of games for the new hardware, because it's Nintendo and they're like reselling shit. So yeah, and then also I think we're probably gonna just get a couple of different colors, just like the first one. You know, there was like, what was it, the grey Joy-Cons, and then like the, what was it, the blue and red ones. I think we'll probably get similar colors, maybe like a black one, and then, you know, the two colors maybe be reversed or something for the new Switch or something. But yeah, I think also it's just going to be called Switch 2. I think, you know, I don't see them doing anything major. I think the gimmick will probably be enhanced motion controls or something. So maybe we'll get some sort of Wii style ports moved over. Maybe it will just have some kind of Wii backwards compatibility with digital games or something. Also, I think Switch Online, I would imagine possibly we might see like a DS core or something added for this, because with the improved pointer controls you could make it work. And yeah, I would expect you know, Nintendo to like, I think the accessories will be backwards compatible, but only for prior Switch games, because obviously this one is going to be bigger, so I don't know if the Joy-Cons will necessarily fit, but you'll probably be able to use them wirelessly for certain games. And yeah, I would imagine the Joy-Cons will be a lot better as well. So, but that's pretty much all my predictions anyway. Wait and see if any of them are true. I think I'm definitely right on the price, and with some of the launch titles. But yeah, we'll wait and see. And yeah, anyway guys, have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one.